What up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Technique Tuesday. This is always my most exciting day of the week because I get to go show you guys some really cool martial arts MMA techniques. Now, in order for me to do what I need to do and show you guys what we're going to be working on, I'm going to need a body. But before I announce this person in, make sure you guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit me with some likes. We want to get like 7,500 likes for this one. And throw some comments down below. Without further ado, I'm going to need my man, Sweet Tea.
Here I am. Right here.
Bro, how'd you get back there? You all right?
This is where I sleep.
This is where you sleep under the ring? Question is, can you get out? Oh, nice. Okay. Nice toe pointage. Get over here, Sweet Tea.
I wake up from my slumber for a Technique Tuesday.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. Well, today, actually, for the next few weeks, we're going to be going over some takedown defense, like series. Some things that I like to do. Now, this is all, you know, close to the cage, where most people try and hem me up. They try and get me to the cage. We're going to start there.
Gotcha.
Okay? We're going to start there. Out in the open, something completely different. But as of right now, we can work about that later. But what if guys try and get you to the cage? How are you going to defend yourself? Number one, you know, prevent yourself from getting there. But if it does happen, what are you going to do from there? And this is something that I work on a lot. So, Sweet Tea, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get after it, guys. Now, we call this area, when you're close to the wall or to the cage, the Oshiznit zone. This is a very dangerous area to be, especially during a fight. There's only really 3 ways you can go. And that's to the left, to the right, or straight in at your opponent, which is dangerous. So when I end up here, my coaches don't actually like me here, but I find myself here a lot in fights, so it probably makes them mad.
Yeah, it seemed like the most logical thing to do when you're fighting a striker.
Yeah, what would you do?
Hem them up and take them down.
Exactly. So you find myself there a lot. Now, during this whole process, there's a lot of rabbit holes that you guys can go down. We're just going to work on some basic stuff, and this is going to be a series, so make sure you tune in. So for somebody like me, I don't want to be hemmed up here, all right? My goal is to get back to the center of the octagon, and I'm going to show you a few ways how. So let's say I have my right foot in front, and it doesn't matter which side this guy has forward. There's a few ways these guys like to enter. You got guys that just try and bum rush you and try and get you to the cage like so, right? You got guys that maybe will go for a single leg like you saw against when I fought Rory McDonald, right? There's a few things that I like to do. We're gonna work on the first, the most basic, where guys just try and rush you up against the cage. Now, one of the things this guy here wants to do is get me to the cage, right? So they like to look for an underhook of some sort. They may jab, boom, and look for an underhook to try and get me to the cage and get me to this point here. All right, I find this happening a lot. So one thing that I like to do, I like to be in a good fighting stance when I'm this close. We're gonna focus on staying in good position, and this guy working that jab and working his way into here. Now he gets these underhook. His goal is to pin me to the wall. One thing that you wanna do from here is whizzer down and start circling away from his head. So as he comes in close, I whizzer down, and I end up in this position here. Now, I don't want to be in a grappling position. I got to get rid of this underhook here, okay? So one thing I do, once I circle out, I'll post up on the head, I'll use a frame, my forearm, and I'll back out to the center. So let me show you again. He comes in with the underhook, he jabs, boom, he rushes in. I've got my overhook here, as you can see. I'm going to circle to my left away from his head, and I like to, you know, so a lot of people like to use the cage. I recommend doing that. So as he comes in pretty fast, boom, he comes in, I start whizzing down and I start circling away. Sometimes you may get somebody a lot bigger, and they may get you here first, but what I keep doing, I keep whizzing and keep circling out, like so, okay? But I'm using this. This is very important, this overhook. Now, once I get in position, we're almost like in a neutral position here. He's got the underhook, I've got the overhook, right? But if you got somebody strong, you're gonna have a hard time just bailing out. So I use my other hand to frame on the head. Sorry about the ear, sweet tea.
It's okay.
Okay.
I really want cauliflower ear, so thank you, sir.
So I've got my frame up against the neck or against the head. Just in case he tries to move in, I've got my frame. And I can circle out. All right? So use the whizzer. Let's say you use that jab. Boom. He gets me to get, I start circling out, just like so. Using this whizzer, I gotta keep pressure here. As soon as I let up, he's gonna start circling back out. And the next thing, I'm in this position here. So I whizzer down. Now from here, Sweet Tea's got some really long arms, so I have a hard time bailing out. So I got a frame. I got a frame on the noggin here, maybe grind a form into the side of the head a little bit. You like that? Do you like that, Sweet Tea?
No.
All right, from here, I get my hips out, right? Because the more you straighten this arm out, the weaker he is, and then I can circle out and strike from there, okay? Very simple. We'll do drills like this, where you can get you a buddy to have him just try and hem you up. It doesn't really matter which side. He may be in a closed stance. Comes in with the front hand. I gotta be ready to start circling out, okay? He tries to use the front hand, and he'll just come in, and I'll circle out, just like so. We'll do drills where we just work on that reaction time, and then we'll do drills where I go all the way to the frame. So he'll come in with that jab, boom, I start circling, I use that frame, and then I'll start backing out. But be ready to strike here. Don't just let him off without making him pay for it. All right, the last thing, I want to cause some damage here. So boom, a good strike, and then back out and circle. But make sure you make this guy pay for trying to hem you up against the cage. Okay, very simple overhook turn. All right, don't forget the frames. Frames are very important. Super basic today, Sweet Tea.
Awesome.
I recommend you guys are joining next week because we're going to go down this little rabbit hole a little bit, okay? We're going to get to the point of where this guy's got you hemmed up against the cage. What do I do from here? And then later on, in a few weeks, maybe the guy gets you down to your butt, you're up against the cage. What could I do from here? Like the worst position like ever, though. We're going to be covering all of this, but we're going to start somewhere, okay? Here. We're starting right here. Guy going for the overhook. All right? Maybe next week we'll work on the guy going for the single leg. What do you think, Sweet Tea?
Yeah, man. It's your world. I'm just living in it.
Aha! But thank you guys for checking out this Technique Tuesday. Working on that overhook. Get you a friend, get you a buddy to try and hem you up. Maybe go about 50%. And then you work on that overhook and start circling out and framing, backing out, making him pay for it. All the good stuff, Sweet Tea. By the way, I like your shirt, man.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of cool merch that just dropped on pitchblackfightshop.com. We got tie-dye up in there. We got color fade t-shirts. We got What's Up Everybody tees. So head over there. The link is in the description. And yeah, don't forget to stick around for this Friday. We had a blast with Kentucky Ballistics this past weekend.
7 hours.
Shooting some awesome firearms. We were out there. Yeah, we drove 7 hours to Kentucky to be out there with those guys. So we're going to drop that content this Friday. So if you're into some MMA, if you're into firearms, you're not going to want to miss Friday's upload.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Catch y'all later.